I went to OneDrive and created a new file for the video, and I did it in book covers because that's where I put my book covers for the videos, and I created a new folder called November. Next I went to the Google website Animoto, and this is where I create my videos. So I logged in. There's an annual fee for this, and then I just go to Animoto Memories. It's not the business side, and then there's different templates for you to choose, and I chose Remembrance. Next I went to the St. Mary's High School Library website where I accessed my library catalog. And here I typed in war stories into my catalog so I could come up with titles that I am going to put in my display. So I chose the first one, and I just copied and highlighted the author's name, and then I went to Goodreads and I pasted in the author and did a search and came up with the item I wanted. The reason I do it this way is to have a nice version of, and the proper size version of the picture. So next I'm going to go to my computer, down to my Windows icon, and I'm going to click on the snipping tool. I'm going to create a new snip, and then I'm going to click and highlight the book cover, let go, and then click on File, Save As. I just name these 01, 02, 03, and you can put in as many as you wish for your display or for your video. And then you can X out of that, and then find another book cover. And this is going into my November file that I just created previously. So now I'm going to pick the Celeste Sarajevo, the author. I'm going to copy it, go back into Goodreads, paste it, and click search. Now this isn't the book cover that I have in my library, so I'm just going to pick other editions and then scroll down until I see the book cover that I actually have on display. And again, once that comes up, I'm going to go down to my icon, Windows icon, to the snipping tool, New, click, highlight, let go, File, Save As, and it's going to be 03, 04. You can go by author, you can go by however you want your system to be. And you can add in as many as you like. Now we don't want to forget our ebooks and our audiobooks, so I've logged into our ebook overdrive system, and I did a search on war, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to choose items by highlighting them with the snipping tool from our desktop there, and I'm just going to click and highlight the book covers from the ebooks that I want to include in my file. And you can do either single covers, or perhaps you want to do 2 covers at a time, which is fine as well. So I'm going to choose these 2 in the middle, and I'm just going to create another new snip, and I'm going to do both of them. Now we go back to our Animoto page, and we're going to start creating our Animoto video. So we're going to click on the first box, and you can add either text here or photos or videos. So I just typed in SMHS Library Display. Oftentimes you can start out this way. Perhaps your next slide will be an actual photo of your display. So I'm not ready yet for my November display. So I'm just going to type in here. You can also add in your photo of your displays in your library, or if it's Halloween, perhaps pictures of whatever you need. So now we're going to go into our November folder. We're going to add photos of our book covers. So I just clicked on the left box there and upload. And this will bring up, I'm going to go to my OneDrive, to my book cover folder, and then my November folder. That's where we stored our book covers that we want to use for this particular video. So, yep, you can either start with 01, 02, 03, or however you want to do it. Now there is an area on each book cover, on each photo, that you can add in information. So you can either do a quick little book blurb, or perhaps the title and the author if you don't think it's going to show up well enough. It's up to you. So we'll do this for each of our book covers. When you're done adding all of your information, at the end I usually just put my name and perhaps the place of where your book display is or your library is. And then you can get into the, of course I put a little blurb, don't forget about your ebooks, which is of course at our LDCSB office. So I just typed that and then I manipulated it before the ebook photo. Okay. And then I just typed the end of the sample video. Next we're going to the left side and we're going to preview the video. So Animoto will create, it'll generate the preview for you. It only takes a few seconds. And here we have our previewed video, so it'll just run through it with the music. Perhaps you'd like to change the song. This is why I pay an annual fee for this Animoto service, because of the copyright, and so everything's included, the templates, the music, and everything. So you can, if the music choice that you have with the template isn't long enough, you can choose a longer song, and then you can create a longer video or a shorter video, whatever you need to do. So for purposes, this is fine, so I'm just going to accept it and finish it. You can name it, which you possibly should. So I just named it War Stories on Display at SMHS, and then finish. So this will finalize your video with Animoto, and it will store it for you. It will create an embed code for you, which is handy for the websites. And you can share it multimedia. It's awesome that way. What I do at work is I click on the download right here. So I click on the download, and the option I pay for isn't a very premium one, so my only option is the last one, the MP4. And when that's done, it will load in the downloads. So then I'm done. I go to my desktop. I go to OneDrive, and up top there I see my downloads, and I scroll down and my War Stories is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from my downloads and I'm going to put it in a more permanent place where I'm going to remember to find it, and that's in my library 2018-19 folder, which I use annually, and I can find things in. So it will store in there. So I'll just go double check that it's in there, and I'll scroll down, and yes, there it is. And then you can take this, and what I do is I have a TV rolling monitor screen in my library window, and I change the video display every month. So that's where I put this, and it also ties in my library displays. Have a great day.